Did we enjoy nature right now? Through the food?
Yeah.
So we can see how much of dependency we have on nature. Without food, we cannot survive. Without air, we cannot survive. Without water, we cannot survive. Although we are so dependent on it for every moment, yet the feeling of gratitude is missing in many of us at many times. And that is why the focus is on what we don't get those few times compared to the innumerable times when we get everything that we want. And we take things for granted. As Sir was saying, all these resources are free, which is true. Because they are free, we are not valuing them. So now we are moving to realizing existence as coexistence at all levels. This is our, you can see the last session, the holistic perception of harmony in existence. And all that is going to be presented again is in the form of proposal. Explore it, align it to your natural acceptance, see whether this is giving you that feeling of harmony. Is it as per your natural acceptance? If so, you can experientially validate it in your living when you're interacting with other people and with rest of nature. So we are still continuing with the last stage of harmony, and this whole discussion is based on the basic aspiration that we all want continuity, happiness and prosperity. So what is harmony in existence? Existence is whatever exists. Exist is to be. It's there. It is not created by any one of us. Existence is to be there. And essence is to be in harmony, mutual fulfillment. So existence is coexistence, which means units submerged in space. This is the new concept that we are introducing. The proposal is that all the units that we studied, the bio order, the animal order, the human order, whatever the orders, the 4 orders that we studied, are all the different units, whether it is the sun, the moon, the human being, the animal, all units are submerged in space. Why do we say so? What is there between you and me? Between me and her, what is this? Space. Between my hand and me also there is space. Within me also there is space. Space is all around me, within me, and so it is the case with you. So space is everywhere. So units submerged in space. That means we are all in the same space. You and me are connected with space. All of us are connected by space. We are all in the same space. Are we all able to see this? We are all interconnected because of that. This is there, the pointer is there. Around it, there is space. Within it also, there is space. Am I connected with it? I am. Not because only I am holding it. Am I connected to this sofa? Am I connected to this sofa? Am I connected to the screen? Am I connected to the chair? I am. Because from me to the sofa there is space, and we are all connected, interconnected. Are we able to see this? So units are submerged in space. And that is why we say coexist. We are all coexisting together. The metals, the soil, that is the physical order, the bio order, the plants, trees, which are there around, the animals, the birds, all human beings. And are we connected only within this hall, or are we connected beyond? Beyond. This entire structure is also in space. Am I connected with the person who is in some other country? Yes or no? Are we able to see we are all connected with that same space? All these geographical distribution that we have made, the boundaries that we have created, the maps that we have drawn, is our preconditioning. We are saying this is India and this is another country. This is me and this is you. But we are all connected. Of course, there is a definite line to every unit. There is a definite completion point to every unit. The definite completion point for this is this. This pointer has this definite completion point. I have this definite completion point. The sun has a larger but still has a completion point. The moon also has a completion point. The chair also has, it's a definite shape. But what is there between us? Space. Are we related or no? We are all related if we want to understand it that way. We are all related, but we see relation only with the people whom I live. That is my preconditioning. That is my preconditioning, that I am related to my children, my parents, my spouse, my siblings, whatever, my colleagues, my students, because those are the people with whom I interact with. What about the innumerable, uncountable surrounding that is there around us? The people that are there around us. Are we not connected? We are all connected. We are all related. Are we all able to see this space and how we are all connected? This is ever present. Space is ever present. We are not creating space. Even if I will eat a stomach full of meal, space is still there. Space is between organs, space is inside the organ, space is outside the organ, space is between me and you, space is everywhere. We are all submerged in the same space. So if I look at units, the example that I gave you of this pointer, the pen, the board, the sofa, the chair, you, me, the mattress, everything has a limited size. We may say earth is big, but big is also limited, right? It is measurable. It still has a boundary. Take any example, sun, any planet, human being, animal, trees, earth, everything has a limited size, whereas space is unlimited. It is everywhere. It is all pervading. All pervading means it's everywhere. If we look at units, there is activity. It is active. Of course, I can move, I can walk, so you can see the activity in me. Is there an activity in this sofa? Yes or no? Is there an activity in this chair? Yes or no? What is the activity? We are using to sit, but is there any activity going on in it? Is there activity in me? We can see the activity. Is there an activity in the tree? It is growing vertically. Is there an activity in the mountain? What? What is the activity? Hmm? Mountain? Mountain melt to form river. Snow mountain. I am talking about the soil mountain. Mountain. Suppose if we don't touch a mountain for 100 years, or today I sit on this chair and I go and I inform the head of the institution, please do not touch this chair till I come back again. And I do not come back for another 100 years. Will there be any activity in this chair?
Damage.
Yeah?
After a few years, it will get damaged.
What do we mean by getting damaged? What will happen to it? The metal will get corroded. The leather may crack. How then we are saying no activity? What about this metal chair? I tell you all that till I don't come back, don't touch that one chair.
It will get rusted.
It will get rusted. That means there is some activity going on. Every unit and any unit, there is some activity going on. There is no unit where there is no activity. If I tell you this is what I have used, please keep it in my memory till I come next time. And I leave it in a safe place and go, where dust will not collect. What will happen if I don't come back for the next 50 years? Battery will get dry. What will happen to the plastic? It will all get damaged. Some change will happen. Yes or no? That means any unit that we take has activity. Give me one example of a unit where there will be no activity. Think about it. Now here in space, there is no activity. Space is there. There is no activity in space. Are we able to see this? Now what happens to the units submerged in space? The units are energized in space. By being submerged in space, they are energized. By its very presence in space, they are energized. They are self-organized. We have just done nature. We have seen how well organized everything is. So units submerged in space are self-organized. They recognize its relationship, fulfill its relationship with every other unit in space. We are all in the same space. If we are able to see this relationship, then we can see how every unit is related to the other unit in space. Some are able to see when they are eating their food, the relationship of that food grain with them, the farmer who cultivated it for them, the cook who prepared the food for them, the wholesaler, the retailer, the transporter, whoever carried the food grain from one place to another, the people who are involved in cleaning the grain, converting it into flour, and so on and so forth. Some of us are able to see that relation with other units, but some of us choose not to see that relation. Who decides? Self or body? Self. If self decides to, can see that relationship with other units. Why were we feeling nice when we went to plant that sapling? Because that relationship already exists with that sapling. Relationship is with nature. We have not created this relationship. So when we were there, we were already getting the feeling of being related. And we are getting the feeling of that fulfillment of relationship. Are we able to see this now? That way, if we go and look at it, all of us will find some relation or the other between all of us. So the units submerged in space are limited in size. There is activity. They are energized in space. They are self-organized, and they recognize relationship, fulfill its relationship with every other unit in space. Whereas space itself is unlimited, there is no activity. Now let us look at this whole existence. When we are looking at this whole existence, these are the units. The units limited in size, activity which is there, they are active, self-organized, energized, and recognize relationship with itself, with other units, and fulfills this relationship. Space is unlimited with no activity. Now let us look at these units. Can we classify them into material and consciousness? What is material unit? All the physical order, the metal, soil, all that. All the bio order, the plant, trees. And when we are looking at consciousness, we can classify them into animal order and human order. So all the four orders have come in. Material, as we have already seen, is temporary and its response is recognizing and fulfilling. whereas consciousness is continuity and its response is knowing, assuming, recognizing and fulfilling. Now let us look at the physical order. Physical order we are all studying in science. This part is taught to us very well. Atom, molecule, molecular structure into lump, fluid, the fluid which gets converted to cell. Are we able to see all this? And this cell getting converted to plant. And here when we look at the animal order having the animal body, human order having the human body. Are we able to see the cyclicity? This is the cyclicity in this as well as this. Physical order, bio order and animal body and human body. All cyclic. From nature go back to nature. Now what has happened to the human order? The human order, animal order also has the self, which is only assuming, recognizing, fulfilling, whereas the human order has this knowing, assuming, recognizing and fulfilling. This is right understanding and right feeling, which will result in definite human conduct. And if we look at the development here is linear, it is not cyclic. The development of the self, once the development starts, it will grow upwards. The development is linear, it is not going back. Once there is something that has come as the right understanding, that will remain with us. Not only in this birth, ever after. What comes to us as information will go away. But what comes as knowledge, in our knowing, the truth, the reality, if that forms our right understanding and right feeling, that will always remain with us. That is linear. And that is the development that we are all discussing. But all that we are focusing on is the development through physical order, bio order, animal body, human body, which is all cyclic. There is no linear development possible there. Whereas the linear development is only possible in the human order, in the self. Can we see that this entire region which is in yellow is already in harmony with each other? There is fulfillment. Where is the scope for development? Is only in this violet purple area. This is only possible if I decide to develop my right understanding and my right feeling. Self. If the self decides, then only this is possible. Otherwise, all this is definite response. The indefinite response will be here if it is going to remain without the right understanding. With right understanding, linear development is possible. Either it will remain there only, that is in animal consciousness. If we do not work, if the self does not decide to work on itself, but if the self decides to transform the animal consciousness to human consciousness, then that is development and that is linear, that is not cyclic, it will never go back. Once developed, it will remain. Any questions on this? So only this part is remaining and it has to happen in the self, by the self. So many of your questions will get answered here. Everything is in harmony, everything is in order. Everything exists, we don't have to do anything. Relationship is, existence is. All the four orders are. We don't have to create it. We don't have to do anything with the harmony in the other orders. The only thing that we have to do is work on our own harmony so that we live with right understanding with other orders also. Any question on the previous one? Otherwise, I can move further to some one. Are we all okay so far? Are we okay with this? Units submerged in space. Space is ever present. Units are ever present. This is coexistence that we are discussing. And space is unlimited, all pervading. Units are limited in size. There is activity in units. There is no activity in space. Units submerged in space are energized in space. They are self-organized in space, recognize its relationship, fulfill its relationship with every other unit in space. And these are the different 4 orders that we did. The units of nature which can be distributed into material and consciousness, the material which can be further distributed into physical and bio, and consciousness into animal and human order. All this is cyclic, right from physical order to bio order, to animal body to human body. It will all go back. You cannot have it going linear. Can we live? Can our bodies be there for years? It is going to be limited. Whatever, maybe somebody has lived for 2000 years in the past, but still there is also a number. It is limited. It goes back, it is cyclic. Whereas the self of the human being is continuous. And it is the development is linear. The development is right understanding and right feeling which can result into definite human conduct. But if we choose, if the self chooses, I am already developed, I don't need development, I don't need to develop right understanding, it is not possible, so I will not start, many reasons, then it will remain where it is. It will remain in animal consciousness. Harmony, the self, to be in harmony with other orders is not possible then. But if the self chooses that I want to be in harmony because I can see the relationship with other human, with other animal and other order, plant order, bio order, if I can see the relationship and I can say that I want to be fulfilling with the other units also, I work from my right understanding, I work towards the right feeling, and thereby my behavior, my conduct will also be definite, and that will be linear. This cannot be cyclic. The development then is linear. What is the development we know about? More colleges, more hospitals, more beds, more infrastructure in colleges, more campuses, more chairs, more tables, more houses, more floors, more elevators, better rooms, more rooms in the houses. All this we call as development. Is that development? A building structure will deteriorate sometime or it will always remain once you made it. It will deteriorate. That means it is cyclic. It will go back to nature in some form or the other. Building will go, and all other belongings that you have, whether it's a mobile phone, even if it's an Apple phone, it will deteriorate. Maybe technically it may go away after 3-5 years, but even otherwise if you just keep it, it will deteriorate over the years. Any physical facility which is obtained from physical order or bio order or from the body of the animal order or human body will anyways go through the changes, and it is cyclic. The only linear development possibility is in the development of the self. Now we have to decide what is development. The excitement that I am living in a new house, in a new building, which is 20,000 or 40,000 square feet of price, whether I am happy with that, that is excitement or happiness, that we have to decide. And we are saying that we will buy land and we'll buy gold and we'll buy house and we'll buy car and all that for us and for the next generation. First of all, the next generation may not value it. Second is, it is again cyclic. Whether it will remain the way it is, because we all know the geography of the world has changed. The boundaries have changed. The land which was agricultural has become concrete jungle. And now the trend of converting the concrete jungle also into, the concrete buildings also having some small parks and jungles and all that. So this is change. This is all cyclic. This is not going to remain. What will only remain is the development that we work at for ourselves. And how is this development possible? In the self, by the self. No other self can help us transform. They can facilitate if we decide to have it. If I decide I want to transform, then some other self who has more competency can help me to develop myself. But decision is of myself, for myself, by myself, for myself. So existence is in the form of coexistence. It is ever present. Existence is coexistence. So I cannot say I so and so, doctor so and so, principal so and so, dean so and so, vice chancellor so and so, father, mother, whatever I am. I may give all those terms. But eventually what are all these things? All related to body. All related to physical facility. Self is the same. Self of you and self of me and self of him and self of him and her, everyone is the same. How are they same? 1, 2, 3. Purpose, program, potential. We are all the same. Potential is the same. We all can develop our right understanding. That is development. That is the only change in the competency that we can work on, that we can bring on. So, units are submerged in space. Every unit in existence is related with every other unit in existence in a mutually fulfilling manner. Synergy is intrinsic to existence. Harmony is inherent in existence. We do not have to create it. Harmony, synergy is all there. The role of human being is to realize this coexistence, this harmony, this order in existence. For this, all that human being need to do is to understand the inherent harmony, the coexistence in existence, to live accordingly, to live with a feeling of harmony or coexistence, and there is every provision in existence for living in coexistence. This is where we are wanting to move in our competency. So the realization, from the understanding coming to the realization, that is the competence, the content of imagination being governed by right understanding. This is what will lead to happiness, a state of harmony. This is continuous happiness. This is continuity of harmony. This is love. Love for all units. Seeing the relation with all. coming back to value. Value of a unit is its participation in the larger order. How it participates in the larger order. I was giving you all the example of Bhanu Bhaiya, who is working in the jails, in the prisons, with the prisoners, and is so positive that now has decided to live with them. Earlier he used to go, come, do workshops and all that, but now I think he is already living with them because he can see that right understanding, the potential is there in every human being to develop right understanding. Because we are all endowed with natural acceptance, we are all endowed with DTE, the desire, thought, expectation. We can channelize this DTE towards what we call as development. Right understanding, right feeling for the others. In relationship and when we are interacting with nature for physical facility. So what is the value of a pen? We all know that it helps us to write. Value of water is to quench thirst. Similarly, value of all your activities is your imagination. DTE is the participation in the harmony within you, that is in yourself, in your activities as a human being, in your participation in harmony in the family, in your participation in the harmony in society, and your participation in the harmony in nature. Your is R, you and me. And also our participation in the coexistence. So far we have tried to co-explore the universal values of a human being. These are the values that we are talking about. The value of harmony at all the 4 levels. This is my value as a human being. So there are senior volunteers who are contributing to school education. They are actually conducting workshops for school teachers, students, creating material for them. There are volunteers who are working for material for this UHV. All these slides are not made by us. These are innumerable volunteers who have contributed to make the content, to prepare the slides, and you are seeing 3 of us. But we also know Pawai ma'am is one of us, Lata Didi is one of us. There are many of them who are already active volunteers. But this is not the small team which you can see. Even to make this workshop happen, there are countless volunteers which are working at it. And every day who are volunteering, who are attending meetings beyond the college hours, including Saturdays, Sundays, every day. And they are also in the same kind of colleges, engineering, management, medical, and all the different types, architecture, pharmacy. They are also having NAC grading, they also have CAS, they also have NIRF, they have also all those other things that we are all aware of commonly. But each one understands that my participation is the harmony within myself, and for that I need to work at all the 3 levels. To understand harmony at all the 3 levels. Till we don't experience it, till we don't work with others, it is not possible. What is our behavior right now? If I don't like her or I don't like her behavior, I'll run away from her. This is our approach. But this is opposite of it. Work with the person, interact with the person, explore yourself, work on yourself. You can't work with the other, but work on yourself. And how you can establish the relationship with the other. That is why volunteering with others is very helpful. It helps us also how to live in the family. It makes us a better person, where we can contribute to the harmony at all the levels. It does not tell you to withdraw from any of your activities that you are doing, but just it's a way to live happily with whatever you are doing. You are already doing, whatever you are doing is fine, is good. We all know that the work that you are doing is nice, but just that do it with happiness. How you can do it? The way is over here. Any questions so far? There are volunteers who are editing videos. Every week there are online FDPs. There are senior members who are conducting FDPs or conducting sessions, keynote sessions here, there, everywhere. So those are also being edited. They are being uploaded. There is a huge team, hundreds of volunteers working for one particular activity. There is a newsletter which comes in every 15 days. Lot of activities are happening. There is a team which is in connect with the AICT main body, who are developing the mission and the vision for the whole thing. Any questions so far? The need of the self. And as an individual, I coexist as self and body. We have looked at this. We have looked at the feeling of coexistence through trust, respect, and all the 9 feelings up to love. We have looked at society, how we can have a harmonious society with right understanding and right feeling in individuals, prosperity in families, fearlessness in the society, and coexistence in nature. In nature, we have seen the mutual fulfillment. And right now, the last one we saw, existence, is nothing but coexistence. And all that we have done is we have detailed out so far. So these are the universal human values that we have discussed in a nutshell. What is the program for action? Do we want to have a program for action? Because in the morning, there were questions. How do we achieve it? Will we achieve it or no? So to understand harmony and to live in harmony is to discover what I really want to be, what is my natural acceptance, what is my intention, verified through self-exploration. And this is to understand where I am. Is my desire, thought, expectation, is it aligned with my natural acceptance? If it is, this can be my guide. For this, I need to self-evaluate, evaluate my DTE and align it with natural acceptance as and when possible. Be aware of self every moment. It's not that after 3 days, I have done the workshop, I got the certificate, now I become a transformational person. It doesn't work like that. No transformation is possible in a 3-day session. Transformation is a long process. Even after being glued to the sessions every day, even now we feel it's a very long journey. Of course, we are only 3.5, 4-year-old in this entire, you can say, the values. But even those who are there for 10, 20, 50, 30 years are also saying we have a long way to go. So we have to wait for that, when this actual transformation, complete transformation will happen. But yes, we do see some transformation which is visible. Not only we ourselves, but even our family. So if we do a people education program for adults, policymakers, parents, teachers, if we have this education sanskar program for children, we will be able to develop them in the youngest age. That is, this will be a part of the curriculum. It is possible to have this undivided universal order program, and definitely from family order to the world family order, this is possible. Number of years, you can take this average. This is just a rough calculation. Whether we want to take this calculation or we want to work the calculation our way, it's up to us. But yes, it can take us, if we are going to train the youth, we can reach somewhere in 10 to 20 years. We have already seen that. If we go to the younger children, it may take 20 to 50 years. And if we have an adult training, that is the visionaries and the leaders and the politicians, probably we have to be prepared. It can take 10 to 100 years also. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, otherwise I close the session. From my side, I think I have done my bit. My content sharing is over from my side. Any question anyone has? So this offline workshop, we hope that it has drawn your attention to the need of self-exploration. Yes? In each one of you. And we do trust that this process of self-exploration must have got initiated and strengthened in each one of you. To continue and evolve the process further, we would like to welcome you to join the regular meetings and the refresher workshops, which of course Pavai Didi will be sharing with you. We will also post it on your group whenever there is a possibility. That is also there. And as a teacher, you have the potential to transform the lives of hundreds and thousands of students. We have done the math today morning. To develop to their full human personality and to be a source of an equitable and just society. It has been a very enriching experience for all of us. The co-facilitator and observer, you can also be here. Please come. Resource person, co-facilitator, and also as observer. However, it does not mean that we are all the achieved ones and that we have fully developed. We are all with the full right understanding. It's not so. We are also exploring. We are also co-exploring along with you. And as we have said, we are all the same in purpose, program, and potential. And we have the complete conviction that if any one of you will also explore, you and me and we can all reach to our basic aspiration of happiness in continuity and feeling of prosperity also in continuity. This is our basic aspiration, and this is a basic aspiration which is common to you and us, and we are sure that we will all be able to achieve it together. Just one thing that we would like to also say is that we've had a very enriching experience, especially because it is not that nature is somewhere and you are somewhere. You all are all connected with nature. You all are all connected with each other. And we could see from the hospitality and the way things were managed, I can say one thing, that we have learned a lot. Things that we may be able to express, things that we may not be able to express. And with this, I would also say probably there could be certain things which are not presented properly, or we failed in our duty to deliver the concepts properly. So we humbly say that we are really asking for forgiveness for that. And at the same time, we are also welcoming you to join the other meetings, so that wherever you are getting an opportunity for senior mentors. In fact, I was so amazed to know that Pavai madam is very fortunate. Ganesh Bhaiya has stayed in her house. Ganesh Bhaiya is our senior most mentor, the one who is the brain behind the universal human values as what we understand. And he has stayed with her. He has touched her life, her family also. And he is going to be back again in the month of May. So I think Chennai is very fortunate to have him. I have met him in Kanpur and I have met him in Pune. And unfortunately, I won't be able to be here at that time in Chennai. But at least I wish that all of you all continue with your journey of self-exploration and do make it a point to meet him and meet the other senior team also who will be over here. And it is not going to happen that after the 3 days transformation will happen. At the same time, after 3 days, if you're not in touch with the content, there is a chance it is volatile. It will go away. So being in touch with the content is very important. How many of you would like to be in touch with the content?
Everybody.
Most of you, I would say. Yeah, very good. So, and we were very fortunate to have the students also around. We were very fortunate. Please come here. Yeah. Rohan and the students. Where are those others two gone? They have gone? Yeah, come. I would say these were the source of inspiration. There were many examples that were related to the youth and to children. And when I was looking at them, I was getting inspired to share or to ask. So I really thank the organizers for having kept the students, whoever, whether they or the others, but someone or the other were there. So we were able to understand the other side also. And I'm sure we have all realized that some of the experiences that the earlier ones and they shared were eye-opening experiences. And I'm very glad that Ron has joined this. And I would say whenever the UHV sessions are happening in the college, and if you have a holiday, do come and attend. Pawai ma'am and her team are anyways conducting the UHV sessions. So he can be one very strong volunteer for us.
Yeah, already it's gone.
And I also thank the local program coordinators, although I don't know who was the local program coordinator even now, because everybody was a local program coordinator. Everybody was taking the responsibility. So I was myself confused. I didn't know who is who. So I really thank you all. Lata Didi, of course, I spent some time with her in Chennai when I went to Wells University. She was there as a co-facilitator. Come, Pawai ma'am and Lata Didi. You are the local program coordinator. Come. So there are a lot of hopes from Pawai ma'am, and she's been fulfilling a lot of those hopes, and hopes are building up more and more, and now we know that this institute will become the nodal center next. So we are all going to work at that. We are here to support you all for that. Nodal center means not only taking the responsibility of me and my family and the institute, but taking the responsibility of the society around us, beyond the borders of this institute. So it's the responsibilities that I have to develop myself first, so that I can contribute to the development of the others. And now our time has got over. Now it is your time to do the sharing. The observer, the co-facilitator and the local program coordinator, they'll work as a team and make the whole thing happen. Thank you so much.